Can Trump win the Hormuz blockade? Can Trump win Iran blockade by choking Hormuz? This is the question that is being debated across the world. Because after the collapse of talks in Pakistan, instead of military posturing, Trump chose economic warfare. In fact, earlier Trump threatened to blow up Iran on Strait of Hormuz. He has even said that there will be a power plant day, bridge day if Iran doesn't end the blockade of Strait of Hormuz. We will attack Iran's power plants, Iran's bridges, Iran's infrastructure, etc., etc. Trump even sought the support of the NATO allies to militarily intervene to free the Strait of Hormuz. He has even threatened to militarily obliterate Iran to secure Strait of Hormuz. But now Trump has given up that military posturing and chose instead a naval blockade. So it is more like an economic warfare, of course backed by the military might. Well, there are warships near the Strait of Hormuz, near the Iran ports. Trump said no ship will go to Iran port, no ship will come to Iran ports. Iran is selectively blocking the ships. Iran is allowing certain ships but not allowing American, Israeli and Western ships. Therefore, I will not allow any ship. This is the Trump stand. He wants to choke Strait of Hormuz and strangulate Iranian economy because Iran can't sell its oil, Iran can't import anything. So that is the Trump new economic warfare strategy. But will it succeed? Number one, Iran may be significantly damaged by these sanctions and blockades. But significant damages is not equal to winning the war. Look at the Cuba blockade, Cuba sanctions. America has been imposing sanctions on Cuba for decades. But did Cuba crumble? America has been imposing sanctions on North Korea. Did North Korea crumble? America has imposed 20,000 sanctions on Russia. But Russian economy, Russian politics did not crumble. So you can damage the nations through sanctions, through blockades. You cannot win a war through economic warfare. You cannot win a military war through economic warfare. This is the first thing. Well, this blockade will significantly hurt Iranian economy, no dispute about it. But still it won't win the war. Number two, in military warfare, Iran has adopted asymmetric warfare, increased the geoeconomic cost for the world and therefore pressure on Trump. Well, the world global energy prices has increased significantly. Well, this naval blockade of Strait of Hormuz will in fact increase the geoeconomic pressures on America. The world oil prices started rising again. So therefore, the geoeconomic weapon which Iran has been employing by blocking Strait of Hormuz will become much more sharper with the Trump naval blockade of Iran. So what will happen? So he has already succumbed to the geoeconomic pressures. He will be compelled to succumb more. This is the number two. Number three, America had imposed sanctions on Russia, but China bought Russian oil, India bought Russian oil. Similarly, America imposed sanctions on Cuba. Russia has violated the American sanctions and sent oil ship to Cuba. Could America do anything? Well, it can strangulate Iran. But in the process, if it tries to strangulate Russia or China, the consequences will be disastrous for America. Already China has warned against US blocking its ships. China said our trade and energy agreements with Iran will be honored by China and no external intervention is acceptable. This is a clear warning of China to US. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov is in Beijing to have on a 2-day visit to discuss with the Chinese leadership. So when Russia and China try to violate American naval blockade and rescue Iran, can Trump do anything? Can Trump prevent China and Russia? If he tries to do that, then that will be a very dangerous precedent. You have seen how America, either under the Biden administration or under the Trump administration, refused to enter and involve in a direct fight with Russia. Russia is a relatively weaker military power compared to China. Ukraine is much more essential for America and Europe. But Ukraine repeatedly asked for Tomahawk missiles so that it can attack Russia deep inside Russia. America refused to give. Ukraine asked for NATO membership. America refused to give. Ukraine asked for NATO type help like military for security guarantees, but America did not agree. Ukraine asked to impose a no-fly zone on Ukrainian skies, but America under the Biden administration did not agree with that. America has been maintaining that this will involve direct confrontation with Russia, and US is not interested in it. Similarly, if strangulating Iran, blocking Iran results in a direct confrontation with China, I don't think America will come forward. So this will be humiliation for Trump. This is the third factor. Fourth factor is Iran has already threatened to attack Gulf infrastructure. This was always asymmetric warfare strategy of Iran. When Israel attacked South Pars gas field of Iran, Iran attacked Qatar gas field. When America and Israel attacked Iran, Iran attacked UAE, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Kuwait, Qatar. So therefore Iran has now said, if America goes along with the naval blockade, Iran will attack the ports of Gulf nations. It openly said no port in the Gulf, no ship from the Gulf will be safer. So this is enough for the Trump to come out, because even if Iran doesn't attack, very threat of attack will dissuade shipping companies to go to Gulf, because the insurance charges will increase because of the risk of attack. So therefore Trump cannot do anything to Iran if Iran threatens to attack the Gulf nations. So he could not he could not protect Gulf nations from the Iranian military attacks. Can Trump protect Gulf nations from Iranian economic attacks in retaliation to American economic warfare? So that is again a question. The fifth one is not just Iran will be punished. In the process, Trump naval blockade punishes countries like India, European countries also. This will bring further geopolitical pressure on Trump. Sixth one is Trump is increasingly isolated on a Strait of Hormuz strategy. He has appealed for allies, NATO allies, to support him in this naval blockade, but the NATO allies refused to come to support Trump. So they are ready for an international intervention to prevent Iranian blockade of Strait of Hormuz, but they said our mission will be diplomatic rather than military. France is hosting a meeting of 30 nations for an international or a global diplomatic initiative to ensure free navigation in the Strait of Hormuz. So this clearly shows Trump is increasingly getting into war quagmire, either with his military warfare or with economic warfare.